It's like 1,000,000 degrees over here today, but Ragnarok Zero Global is releasing soon, and I promised videos every day, so I will deliver. Anyway, so I thought I would remind everybody what type of cards exist for your shoes, especially that with Ragnarok Zero Global, we're getting the affixes on gear, additional stats on gear, so the meta may shift a little bit, at least in my mind. Like, I have already some stuff planned, so I thought it would be a nice refresher to kind of go through the cards that we're gonna have available for us at release. So let's not dilly-dally and get right to it. Zombie card. Zombie card gives you, I think, 20% health regeneration. Zombie card. Increase HP recovery rate by 20%. So, normally this would be like a D tier card, right? But, given the additional affixes, and I'm gonna tell you guys right here, the affixes that can roll on shoes can be with max SP, max HP, blah blah blah, all that good stuff, right? Apparently no increased recovery though, but flat HP and flat SP. If we're having on top of that additional HP recovery, which the flat HP already contributes to, this is actually not a bad card to use on shoes that give you flat HP. Simply because it scales off of the amount of HP that you have. So I'm just saying, like, it's not gonna be a D tier in my opinion. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna start it off at C, because it's honestly not bad for the stuff that we can get. You know, it's not too bad. All right, let's move on. Wild Rose. As far as I remember, Wild Rose card is for thieves, and it gives you perfect dodge, right? Yeah, so normally it's just +1 agi on your shoes, which is, you know, D tier for sure. And when worn by a thief class, that gives you 5 perfect dodge. 5 perfect dodge is nothing to write home about on its own, but 5 perfect dodge on top of that, you having a lot of flee, is actually pretty decent. They stack differently, of course, it's a different calculation, but I think I'm gonna place it at like maybe C tier, because it really only works for thieves. You know, if it was more universal, yeah, it would go higher. So Verit card, probably my S tier card of all time. Like, this is one of my favorite cards ever in the entire game. So 8% of your HP and 8% of your SP. Granted, this works best if your base HP is really, really high. So it scales better. It scales with your level. So the higher level you have, the better this card works, which makes it an excellent card in my opinion for basically the entirety of the game. But, you know, it has its minuses. It gives 8% compared to the other two cards that we're gonna go through, but it gives 8% to both of these stats. So, I don't know, I like it. It's the most universal card for me. I really love using it. And plus, it's a cute dog. It's a cute mommy dog. Like, come on. Next up, Sohee card. So, Sohee card gives you 15% SP, max SP, right? And then it also gives you SP regen. Plus 3%. So SP recovery rate plus 3% and maximum SP plus 15%. This is a fantastic card. Like, most of the characters will want this card. Obviously, it's a no-brainer, I think, right? It's an S tier card. Wait. I said most characters. You don't want to run this on a thief, right? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make much of a difference. You could run this on the rogue. You could run this on an assassin, but why run Sohee when these characters are melee, so they kind of also want HP and you have Verit for it? Could be the case. There could be an argument to be made. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at S tier, but there's an argument to be made for it to be an A tier card. But I'm gonna leave it at S tier for now. We're gonna come back to it. Next up, Raggler card. I think Raggler is like just giving you agi as far as I remember, right? Raggler. Strength +1, VIT +1. So, no. That's a D tier card. Compared to the effects that the gear can roll with on Ragnarok Zero Global, this increase is nothing. And on top of that, we are in renewal mechanics, give or take. At least based on renewal mechanics. So that +1 stat isn't really gonna do anything pretty much for your build. And I mean, it's a part of the merchant's card set normally, but I don't know if those exist in Ragnarok Zero, not gonna lie. Like, I'm not sure. Merman. That is part of the hunter card set. Again, I'm not sure if card sets exist in Ragnarok Zero Global. We're gonna have to confirm that. Well, okay, they apparently do, according to Midgard Hub. So Midgard Hub is based on the game files description, so That's a hunter card set. HP recovery rate, SP recovery rate plus 10%. Again, because of the affixes that we get on the gear, and not even thinking about the hunter card set. The hunter card set in itself is extremely really cool, right? But you know, we're not getting there yet because we don't have Dragon Tail. We don't have what else is there? Anolian, I think. Yeah. So just those two effects, in my opinion, are gonna bump it into like C tier, probably behind the zombie. But we'll see what is there later. Matyr card, AG +1 and HP plus 10%. S tier. Very, very good, very, very specialized. The AG +1 is inconsequential, but 10% health is really good. Okay, so now we have a situation where we have a card that catches both stats. So Verit. We have one that's extremely specialized in one. So SP, the Sohee, and then we have one that's extremely specialized in health, which, in my opinion, Verit definitely beats Matyr. Matyr is like an A tier card compared to Verit. Because that 2% isn't gonna make or break your build, and having 8% additional SP is, in most cases at least, a lot more useful to me than that one AG. I'm still thinking about the Sohee. So Matyr goes down to an A tier. Right, Male Thief Bug. Male Thief Bug, I think that's an AG +1, right? Male Thief Bug. AG +2, okay, shoes. AG +2 on shoes, that's a D tier card. You're not really gonna do anything with that. Compared to the other choices, I mean, hold on, 1 second. I might be wrong. Male Thief Bug is extremely easy to get. The free top cards are not easy to get at all. Maybe Sohee. Maybe Sohee. I haven't been to pyramids. I don't really know how much HP. We can check that. We can check that, but we're not gonna be 100% certain on that. So, Verit. Okay, Verits have 1,600 health. That's not a lot. How about Miners? Miners 1,700. So if those values are correct, then farming a Verit card is extremely easy. What about Matyrs? Matyr 1,900. Okay. So Jeroms are the ones that are posted. Okay, interesting. Because I was gonna say, if these cards would be unfarmable, that would have to be bumped down. But they are farmable. Like, we can get them in the first month, easy. You can definitely go kill Verits, like 2,000 health is nothing. So yeah, they're gonna stay there. And the other cards are gonna stay where they are, I guess. Because we're talking about an entire month. If it was like the first week, maybe the cards, like Zombie card, would go way up, but... And the Thief Bug. I mean, it's not gonna do anything for you. It's gonna give you 2 points of flee. Alright, now I'm trying to make the case for the Thief Bug, but it's not gonna happen. Alright, Eggyra. Eggyra. That was a health card, as far as I remember, right? So SP recovery rate plus 15%. Okay, so that's like Sohee, but in terms of SP recovery. That's a B tier card, not gonna lie. That's a good card. If you manage to snag yourself an armor with SP recovery rate and flat SP on top of that, and you're building around having a lot of SP, like, I don't know, like I would build an archer, right? Building around having a lot of SP so I can just double strafe things. Like, I don't need health if I'm an archer. Like, nothing's hitting me. I'm hitting things from range, so I'll be building around SP. This would be the card that I would go with, or the Sohee card, either one of those. Like, and last but not least, the Shonshons. The Shonshons. AG +1 and flee rate +2. This is a D tier card once again. So yeah, as you can see, there really aren't many choices, unfortunately, when it comes to shoes cards. So that should kind of, if you're a market goblin like me, that should also give you an idea of what's gonna be desirable and what's gonna be like an evergreen thing for quite a while. Just looking at you, and I'm gonna end the video here, and I'll see you guys in my Discord channel on midgardhub.com, I'm making a guild that's based mostly around making Zenny, but also just about discovering the game and just doing fun stuff, whatever, on the side. So if you're in Europe, if you're in Asia, you can join the Discord, but I play in Europe, so unfortunately we will not be able to play together, but you can join the Discord where you can discuss, you can get the guild tag if you want to participate in the market discussion and all that stuff. Everybody's welcome, so go ahead.